Good morning to all of you. Today we are going to discuss about DC generator characteristics. In previous class, we have learned about classification of DC generators, armature reaction, commutation, commutation improvement methods. So here, all this once again, remember that DC generators classified into separately excited and self-excited. Their function, their principles, everything, working procedure we have learned. Separately excited DC generator, self-excited DC generator. Here self-excited are series generator, shunt generator, compound generator. Compound means again these are classified into two types: long shunt compound generator, short shunt compound generators. And their equations we have to derive it. The circuit diagram also derived. Their working function also we have learned. But today we are going to learn about characteristics. Here, what are the importance of characteristics? Why we are going to say characteristics of DC generator? Why we are learn? Characteristics are information provided for the performance of DC generator at a different drive at different loads. Means performance of DC generator is shown through the characteristics. When separately excited DC generator working, then you will get their performance characteristics. Once you have to learn the performance of the DC generators, you must be draw the characteristics. Once you draw the characteristics, means you are learning entire DC generator functions individually or DC generator function. What we are classify that here DC generator characteristics. There are three most important characteristics in DC generator. One is open circuit characteristics. Draw E0 versus field current, but at the condition speed is constant, which characteristic is called open circuit characteristics. And draw the characteristics EG versus IA. At speed constant, these are called internal characteristics. And draw the characteristics terminal voltage versus armature current at speed is constant. These are called external characteristics. So here open characteristics are drawn when there is no load applied. Under no load condition, we will get this type of characteristics. We have to do the experiment in laboratory and already done this type of characteristics. Under no load condition, we will get the open circuit characteristics. When we are applying the load, then we will get internal characteristics and external characteristics. Under no load condition, there is no armature current, but you know that equation E0 is equal to Vt plus IaRa. E0 is equal to Ut plus IaRa. Here, when you are taking a self-excited or separately excited generator, no load current, because under no load condition, armature current Ia is equal to 0, so E0 is equal to Vt. At the constant speed, we are getting this type of characteristics. Also we known as open circuit characteristics nothing but a magnetization characteristics. First of all, I am going to discuss about the separately excited DC generator and their characteristics. Already we know that derivation, circuit diagram. Now we are going to learn about characteristics of separately excited DC generator. Before that, some important point you can note. Critical resistance for shunt generator. So here these are the different characteristics. This is happen compound generator, generator shunt generators. In terms that associated with a DC shunt generator, the value of resistance of shunt field winding beyond which self-generator fails to build up its voltage is known as critical resistance. At a given speed, it is the maximum field resistance with which the shunt generator excites. Shunt generator will build up voltage only if field circuit resistance is less than critical field resistance. So shown that a different speed and different current field current with respect to the different voltage, there are characteristics shown. OCC open circuit characteristics. Voltage EMF voltage or induced voltage E0 versus field current at a speed constant. So you will get this curve open circuit characteristic. E0 is vary with respect to the field current. You will get this linear character open circuit characteristics L1. Next, you will get this characteristic N2. Next, critical speed. The critical speed of a shunt generator is the maximum speed below which it fails to excite. The speed versus critical resistance. In order to find critical speed, take any convenient point C. This is a convenient point over C. On excitation axis and erect a perpendicular so as to cut RHS and RHS line at point B and A respectively. So we are getting this type of characteristics. This is full speed. This is a critical speed. This is called critical speed. This is the full speed. So this type of characteristic we are getting. Some conditions you cannot condition for voltage buildup of shunt generator. There must be some residual magnetizing in generator poles. The connection of the field winding should be such that the field current strengthen the residual magnetism. The resistance of the field current should be less than the critical resistance. In other words, the speed of the generator should be higher than the actual speed. Right, next one we are going to discuss about separate excited DC generator here. Once we are going to learning this topic, before that you can see the diagram of separately excited DC generator. So these are Field winding. These are the armature connected across the load. But initial, which is a separate T excited DC generator. Field winding is separate. So here, which is carrying the field current, variable resistance, we are connecting the rheostat, variable rheostat in series with the field winding. This is the battery. The separate source is given to the field winding. DC source, and here we are going to providing DC source. By varying this rheostat, current is varied. There is a field flux where it changes around the field winding. This affect this, there is a flux is strengthened in armature. So under no load condition, there is no armature current is flow. So Ia is equal to 0 here, Eg is equal to V, and load current is equal to armature current. You are getting this is 0 and this is OA. You will get these characteristics, this curve. Residual magnetism under saturation. This is the saturation condition when we are here. So first of all, you will take the equation Eg is equal to pi Zn by 60 into P by A. Eg is directly proportional to N pi. So in this condition, speed is constant, flux is variable. So Eg versus pi, flux is changes. So directly proportional to the field current is changes, flux is changes. There is a generated EMF is also changes. We will get under the condition, this is the curve. Next, we are going to discuss about the internal and external characteristics of the separately excited DC generator. Under no load condition, there is no current carrying by the armature current. Ia is equal to 0. So here you can see that Ia is equal to 0. Ia is equal to 0. Then actually you know that equation. You know that equation that is Eg is equal to Vt plus Ia and Ra. So in this condition, under no load condition, this is equal to 0. Now you will get Eg is equal to V is equal to V. Then so there is a load current IL is equal to Ia is equal to 0. This is a 0. Then there is E0 is maximum at that condition. Now you will variation of the load current proportionally there is a constantly it will be varying no load voltage. Then you will get this is the induced EMF under no load condition curve. This dotted line shown. When load is applied, there is armature current is passed through the circuit. So here IL is equal to Ia, and due to this effect, demagnetizing effect also considered at this condition. So this demagnetizing effect will be caused to drop in the voltage. So that is E0 is equal to Vt minus Ia Ra. So here you can see that the equation right? So actually we know that under low load condition there is no arm demagnetizing effect. So you will get this curve E0 and IL is at const 0. There is a maximum of induced voltage which is varies but it is constant. So you will get that curve dotted line, and after applying the load across the terminals of the armature, there is a change in armature current which is equivalent to the load current IA. So here you can get this curve, and there is a change from the voltage to the to this dotted line. So in between the two characteristics are caused due to the armature reaction drop. What is armature reaction drop? To the change in the fluxes, maximum increase in the fluxes, and remain dominant to the main fluxes. So that is called armature due to the action of armature fluxes on main flux. That is called armature reaction. And there is due to the demagnetizing effect, there is a change in the voltage we have to observe and induced in the case. E0 is equal to Vt plus Ia Rem. Here we are considering the drop, armature drop also we are considering, and there is a demagnetizing effect. Due to that effect also we are subtracting the actual value. So Eg is equal to Vt minus Ia, and some voltage is reduced. Then you will get this is second dotted line. You will get that characteristics. That characteristic is Eg versus IL at constant speed. Next, third condition, external. This is the internal characteristics. The third condition, which is a external current condition. So Vt versus armature current you are getting. Ia is equal to IL. But yes, due to the drops in the circuit, armature drop, there is a voltage reduced, terminal voltage V. Reduced to this line, and this drop is called IA RA drop or IL RA drop. IA RA drop. Then you will get is shown this line here is external characteristics. This is under no load characteristics. This is open circuit characteristics. This is the internal characteristics. Number two. Number three is external characteristics. In between 1 and 2 is armature reaction drop. 2 and 3 is IA RA drop or IL RA drop. Due to this effect, voltage is gradually reduced. Terminal voltage and armature current or IL is called external, gives external characteristics, and E and IL gives internal characteristics. E0 and IL or IA gives open circuit characteristics. One is open circuit characteristics, second one is internal characteristics, third one is what is that external current. How you will get the open circuit characteristics here? E0 and field current. E0 and field current. No load voltage and field current at a constant speed you will get that characteristics. When we are connecting the load, there is a change in the current will be happen. The armature current passes through the armature, and then you will get at that condition. There is a circuit that is EG versus armature current at constant low and constant speed. That is EG versus I armature current. Second one is V terminal voltage versus IA. Here IA is equal to IL. You have learned in the last previous one. Send generator characteristics. Separate the generator characteristic. We are connecting separate DC source to the field winding, and with the effect of that, we are calculating the field current IF is equal to V by Z RF. There is a field current passed in the circuit. With increase in the by changing the field current, there is a change in the flux is produced. This flux caused to strengthen the armature flux. There is a armature current is flowing in the circuit. Under low condition, this action means there is armature current is zero. When the armature current is zero, you can draw that circuit no load induced voltage versus field current. By variation of the field current, there is a change in the voltage. You are getting that characteristics like the characteristic shown. This is the characteristic like this characteristic you are getting in separate excited generator. Remaining conditions we have to discuss when we are applying the load. There is a changes in open circuit characteristic, changes in internal characteristics, change in external conditions. Same conditions are happening in case of the shunt generator, but what is the difference in between them? There is a these are the self excited generators, that is separately excited generator. Separate means extra additional separate sources applied to the field winding. Here there is a armature which is divide the two current, one is field current and one is the load current. One is field current and another one is load current. So due to the effect of the field current, there is a fluxes are produced. The producing fluxes strengthen the armature fluxes. See here it is developed due to the self effect, self energy generated by the in case of the shunt generated, in case of the self generated DC, self DC generated. So here these are two components which is having armature. We are observing that RE is armature resistance, E is EMF induced in the armature, which is carrying the current. IA is armature current. Here IA armature current is divided into two types. One is shunt field current, another one is load current. Here armature current divided into two field currents, right? So in between armature, there is in series with the series field, a shunt field, there is a resistance, variable resistance we are connected. By varying the resistance, there is a current passed through the field winding, which is caused to produce the flux, change in the flux. This is strengthening the armature flux. Then more fluxes are produced, caused to pass the current, more armature current. Here the armature current will be divided into as a shunt field current as a load current. So we have to see that under no load condition, this is the we are applying the load across these two terminals. When it is removed, means shunt generator which is work under no load condition. At no load condition, the armature current is equal to shunt field current. We are observing that one condition is under no load condition, here armature field current both two are same. So what you will get it is at this condition the characteristic is EG is equal to V minus IA RA. So that equation is IA is 0 means E is equal to V. So at this condition you will get the dotted line characteristic EG E versus field current. Second condition, when load is applied across the two terminals of the armature winding, the voltage across armature, terminal voltage across the armature, terminal voltage across the shunt field is same, but you will get the shunt field current is ISS is equal to V by RSS, IA is equal to V by RA. These two current are passed through the IS, IA will be divided into ISS and IL. IL is equal to V by the required load what you are connecting across the two terminals of the shunt generator, right? So when load is connected across the shunt generator, you are observing that there is a change in the characteristics. Under no load condition, you just see that dotted lines. When we are connecting the load, just you can see that characteristics. What is that? Current versus voltage. What is that? Current versus voltage. So this is the current versus voltage. You will get the characteristics. So you can see that V0 current, field current, when we are connecting the load, there is a drop is happened. When we drop is subtracted from the no load voltage, that you will get the characteristics. These will get the characteristics. So this is the characteristics is called generated EMF in armature with respect to the field current, and in between the two characteristic 1 and 2 there is a drop that is called armature reaction drop. In between these two, in between these two there is a drop that is called armature reaction drop. Next condition is what I say, the next condition, uh, due to the effect of the armature current IARA, this is the graph. We will get the IARA drop versus armature current. When we this IARA is subtracted from this generated voltage EG, and then we will get the terminal voltage VT. So this is the terminal voltage VG volt. This is the internal characteristic of DC shunt generator. Number two characteristic of DC shunt generator. This is the characteristic of external characteristic of DC generator. You will get this is the curve under OCC characteristic under no load condition. We are observing all the conditions here. This under open circuit character. These are the open circuit characteristics E0 versus field current. So these are with respect to the by connecting the this is the under no load condition when armature current is 0. Characteristic 1 characteristic the open circuit. This is also internal characteristics. This is the external characteristics. This the OA is called IARA drop. When IARA drop is subtracted, you will get the terminal voltage versus armature current. This is the curve you will get. First condition E0 versus field current. This is you will get this characteristic called OCC characteristic of DC shunt generator. This is the drop. So this is you are getting drop E0 versus IF field current. This is combination of two, you will get these characteristics. You can draw, right? Series generator characteristics. So we know that equation at derivation of this generator is E is equal to V plus IARA. But in this case, I am not going to writing here. But one more thing, you observe that the equation that is this is E is equal to um, terminal voltage plus IA armature current is same as load current into RA plus RA plus RSC RA plus RSC series field resistance. So this is we are observing from this derivation. But you know the equation of generated EMF is equal to pi z n by 60 into P by A. All these terms are conditioned, but only that key is directly proportional to the field flux. But here flux is directly proportional to the field current, series field current. So under no load condition, there is a EMF. Armature current is 0. Load current initial which is 0 under no load condition which is 0. and generated voltage or induced voltage is also 0. When load current is small, very slowly changes, similarly voltage also changes. Then you will get this is the curve. One is the OCS curve. One is shown that open circuit characteristics. One is the open circuit characteristics. Second one is you can see that when load is connected across these two terminals, whereas the terminals, these two terminal of the across the generator, across these two terminals we are connecting load. And next, when load is connected, due to the effect of this, very small variation you are observing in current, armature current. Very small observation you are observing. That is armature resistance, this RA, this IA. And shunt field resistance, field current. V voltage. IA is the RA. So next, armature current is increases means there is a demagnetizing effect is produced. Due to that, voltage in the generated in a armature is reduced to the this drop. So this is called in the 1 and 2 under no load condition, and when load is applied, there is some drop is happening. The drop is called armature reaction drop. So armature reaction drop. This characteristic is called armature characteristics. Armature characteristic. Next you can see. So due to that effect of armature current and armature resistance, there is a small drop IAR. When this drop is subtracted from the induced generated EMF V0, then you will get the terminal voltage V. Terminal that is called external characteristic of a DC series generator. So here one is open circuit characteristic under no load, two is internal characteristic under load is applied, three is external characteristic under when load is applied. Okay, these three conditions we are observing, this three condition. So this is called armature reaction drop, this is called armature drop. That is armature drop means Ra and series between both two are series, then you will get the drop is called Ia into Ra plus Rac, armature current into sum of the resistance of armature series, you will get the drop between the curve 2 and 3, right? So you know the equation already. Next one is compound generator characteristics. Compound generators are two types: long shunt compound generator, short shunt compound generators. So here long shunt and shunt and short shunt compound generators you can see. This dotted line, when we are considering this dotted line, just you can remove this one, and then you can this can say long shunt compound generator. When you remove this one and will connect here, then you can say short shunt compound generator. Okay, these two are most important. This is the variable resistance. The load, terminal voltage, load current, terminal voltage and load current. But there are conditions very different. In case of series and shunt field winding, a combination of commutative compound generator, differential compound generator. Two conditions we are observing. When we are considering the commutative compound generator, there are shunt field flux add with the series field flux, we will get the commutative compound generator. When you are subtract shunt field flux from series field flux, we will get the differential compound generators. So here there are over compounded, flat compounded, under compounded type characteristic you are getting. So when in case of the characteristic of DC shunt generator, dropping characteristics, rising in the characteristics. In case of the series generator, dropping in the characteristics. So here is we are consider over compounded generator means addition of the shunt field fluxes and series field fluxes. You will get a rise in the flux. That is called over compound type generator. So here you are getting this characteristic is A is a over compounding characteristics. Second is flawed compound generated. Here you are considering here the compound generator, and third one is another compound generator. Generator is commutative and differentiative. So your dropping characteristic you will get. These dropping characteristics are called under compounded generators. So this is first A is over compounded generator characteristics. This is a flat compounded generator characteristics. C is the under compounded generator characteristics. This last part is shown characteristic of compound generator under no load condition. Terminal voltage is a load current you are getting. This are the characteristics you are done. So these are most important for you. You are very clear, I think, in this case. What we have to learn, just you can remember here. Actually, DC generators, when we are discussing the armature reaction, this is the most important cause for drawing the characteristic of DC generator. DC generator, which is having field winding and armature winding. Field winding, there is a north to south pole. The flux pathed, these are called main field winding and main flux. Armature winding, which is having also flux, which is put when current is when EMF is induced due to the effect of the EMF, there is a current passed in the conductor that will produce fluxes. These are called armature flux. Here, main flux are passed from the north pole to south pole. Armature flux are passed on under the north pole and some part under the south pole and a downward direction parallel to the magnetic neutral axis. At this condition, magnetic neutral axis and geometric neutral axis both two are coincide. When you will get the resultant of these two, there is a distortion should be happen. There is a distortion should be happen. The effect of this distortion, there is a demagnetizing effect because under no load condition, there is no demagnetizing effect. Only we are observing that cross magnetizing effect. When we are connecting the load, there is a demagnetizing effect is observed. So here demagnet under no load condition when we are drawing in case of the separately excited drawn characteristics in case of separately excited DC generator or self-excited generator, there is a dotted line we are observing because E0 versus field current is just a dotted line. That is under no load condition we will get that characteristics. When load is applied, there is due to the demagnetizing effect, due to the armature reaction drop. There is cross magnetization effect and demagnetization effect is due to the demagnetization effect. Initially under no load condition we have the cross magnetization, but under low load condition we don't know about the demagnetizing effect. When load is connected, that is happen. So due to the armature reaction drop, there is a generated voltage will be reduced from under load condition to when we are applying the load, there is a voltage drop is reduced. Then you are getting that. Then you can say the type of characteristic is internal characteristic. And same under no load condition, there is a small armature resistance having that machine, and armature current is passed through the circuit. Then small armature drop is produced. Due to this armature drop, or when this armature drop is subtracted from the generated EMF, then you will get terminal voltage. That is terminal voltage versus armature current. These are called external characteristic. Here you are observing that external complete outside characteristic of the DC generator or external characteristic, internal which is having, these are called internal characteristic. And under no load condition, E0 there is EMF no load voltage versus field current which are happening under no load condition. That characteristic is called open circuit characteristic. These type of all these characteristics we are discussed. You are learning. So there is no problem for drawing the characteristics. In case of the separately excited DC generator, in case of shunt generator, in case of the series generator, in case of compound generator also. What I thought in case of the compound generator, there is a long shunt compound generator, there is short shunt compound generator. But here you can observe that under cumulative compound generator, or when we say differential compound generator, when you are saying the cumulative compound generator, shunt field when connected across the armature shunt field, that is flux pi ss, and when which is series field when connected in series with the armature, then we can say series field flux. When these flux are additive and strengthening this armature field, then you can say commutative compound generator. When it is subtracted, you can say differential compound generator. Okay, hey. Differential compound generator, right? And right, this is the I am repeated for this. All of you done all these characteristics. Same thing practice with respect to draw the characteristic, take the reading and draw the characteristic in your laboratory. You will get more information, and for more information also you go through the standard textbooks. Same thing you can write as assignment and submit your concerned teacher. Great, thank you all of you. Next class we are going to teach DC motors. I can stop now.